إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله الذي بلغ الرسالة وأدى الأمانة ونصح الأمة وكشف الغمة وجاهد في الله حق جهاده أما بعد فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون صدق الله العظيم. Honorable elders and respected brothers in Islam, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Man is an embodiment of need. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created us in this particular pattern that in every facet of our life, in every stage of our life, there will always be needs. There will be crises, there will be problems, there will be situations. And wherever there are needs and there are problems and there are crises, there are also situations there, there are also solutions there. When you're coming into this world, the requirement for us to come in, to help us to come into this world, there was a need for a doctor, there was a need for a pediatrician, a gynecologist, a midwife, who ushered us into this world. We came into this world helplessly, without knowing anything. We couldn't utter one word. We could not say anything. We came into this world with two lessons. One is a lesson of crying, and the second lesson that we came into in this world was how to reach for our sustenance. But beyond that, we needed the help of someone to bring us into this world. And when we leave this world also, perhaps someone will be old, someone will need assistance, someone will be handicapped. Then too, we need assistance and help in our life. And after we leave this world, then too, there is the ghusl, there is kafan, there is a burial order. For all this, there are needs. And there are solutions for these needs. And it's a grand plan of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that wherever there are problems, wherever there are situations, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has also left solutions for us in our problems and our crises and our situations. There was a man who came from overseas a few years ago, and he made about 10 million rand. And then someone came and offered him a very lucrative deal and told him, you know what, if you invest in this particular investment, it's about 15 million rand. You net 200,000 rand every month. So because of his lucrativeness, he thought that this is a solution. He'll press few buttons here and there, put this cash that he made, sell his house, and then he'll earn whatever he's earning. 3-4 months into his investment, the investment collapses. Now he lost his business also, he lost his cash also, and he lost his home also. So the solution that he adopted for himself, that solution was not a guaranteed solution. It was not a 100% successful solution. There's a car with the following number plate, JM99ZV. JM99ZV. You are requested to kindly remove your car. It is parked in a place where it is causing inconvenience to the musallis. JM99ZV. It's right at the entrance by the toilets. So wherever there is a solution, or wherever there is a crisis, there is a solution. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has kept a solution for us. So one is a solution that we as men adopt. Sometimes we'll be successful in our solutions. And sometimes in the crisis situations, our solutions that we adopt will be a failure. On the other hand, the solution that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has proposed for us, that solution is a 100% guaranteed solution. There's no two ways about it. How it happens, when it happens, that will happen. But the solution that is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has proposed for us in the Quran, and the lesson Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us in the Quran on more than one occasion. In fact, the ulama have written that this lesson has come in the Quran in 258 different ayat. And when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala repeats something so often in the Quran, then definitely that is a solution to our problems and our crisis. And what is the solution that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala prescribed for us in the Quran? The solution is that of taqwa. Now we are all in a journey, and we are heading to the year after. And we know that this journey is a very difficult journey. Nobody wants problems on the other end of the journey. Nobody wants problems in the year after. If there's problems in the year after, respected elders and brothers, we lose our freedom, we lose our access, we lose our movement. Nobody wants to be in a hole where we are closed up from above, from beneath, from in front of us, from beyond us, from all sides. We want our freedom, we want our movement. So for that phase of our journey also, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has a solution for us. And the solution which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us in the Quran, وَتَزَوَّدُوا فَإِنَّ خَيْرَ الزَّادِ التَّقْوَى. The best provision you can have for a journey is that of taqwa. You will not have any problems in this difficult journey of ours. The second thing which we all look for is some sort of respect and dignity. Even though we do not look for any fame and recognition for any work, but nobody wants to be humiliated and embarrassed by anyone. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says the solution for this is inna akramakum indallahi atqakum. That the most respectable amongst you will be that person who has taqwa. The third thing which we all look for is to have a life of ease and comfort. Everything must be smooth. Our relationship at home with our spouses and our siblings must be smooth. Our conduct in our business must be smooth. Everything must be smooth. There must be no problems. There must be no difficulties. There must be no conflicts. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, the solution for that is also in the Quran. وَمَنْ يَتَّقِ اللَّهَ يَجْعَلْ لَهُ مِنْ أَمْرِهِ يُسْرًا. You adopt taqwa, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will make everything easy and everything will be smooth. The next thing which we all look for, respected elders and brothers, is friendship, affection, love and muhabbah. Today many people are crying, especially our elderly people. There's no one that they have that they can go and talk to. There's nobody that comes and visits them. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that that person who adopts taqwa, he will gain the friendship of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Wallahu waliyul muttaqeen. Wallahu yuhibbul muttaqeen. Then furthermore, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala instructs Jibreel alayhi salatu wasalam. It comes in a hadith. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says to Jibreel that inform the servant of mine that I love him. Jibreel then goes and announces amongst all the angels and all the malaikah that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala loves so and so, so you also love him. Then the malaikah announces to the people of the world, and this announcement will be made, and that is how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will then instill love for this person in the hearts of people. This is why, because of taqwa. Today, respected elders and brothers, if we look at ourselves, everybody is moving in different directions. So every morning we wake up, and every evening when we go to bed, there is something that is driving us, and something is moving us. And what is moving each and every one of us in all directions, north, south, east and west, in whatever our beliefs are, whether we're Muslim, non-Muslim, Satanist, atheist, whatever our beliefs, we are all being moved. And our being is being moved, and that is our stomachs. And everyone has this concern that when he is moved by his stomach, whatever responsibilities he has, it must be done in a particular way, the job must be done on time. And where this is coming from? This is coming from our stomach, and it's our stomach that is moving us. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says the solution for this also is in taqwa. وَيَرْزُقْهُ مِنْ حَيْثُ لَا يَحْتَسِبْ. The person who adopts taqwa, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will bless him sustenance from avenues and quarters that he will least expect. So this is the benefit that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has placed in taqwa for us. Respected elders and brothers, there was a person in Syria about 200-300 years ago, was a very great alim, Sheikh Saleh bin Muhammed. And while he was studying in Syria, he writes that he used to get an allowance bi-monthly or every 3 monthly. And a time came on him when his allowance came to an end. But he made a promise to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that he will not ask anyone for anything. So the allowance came to an end, whatever he saved, that also was used up to this point where he reached a point of starvation. Now one day is gone, he's not asking anyone for anything, extremely hungry, nothing to eat. The second day is gone in the same fashion. The third day he musters up some courage, he says, let me take a walk out. He takes a walk out of his house, out of his room, and he finds a beautiful aroma and he goes in this direction of this aroma. When he goes there, he sees nobody's there to his luck, and there's beautiful food being prepared there. Now he tries to reach out to grab 2 or 3 pieces of whatever food was being prepared there. Then he says, no, this is worse than not asking. Stealing is worse than not asking. So, and his conscience is coming to him. Then he says, there's nothing left for me now. I'd rather go and die and go back to my room. So as he gets back to his room, he waits there for about an hour or so. Within an hour's time, there's a knock on the door. He asks who's there. There's a person at the door. He opens the door. It turns out that it's his teacher, his ustad, is there at the door with another gentleman on his side who's dressed very nicely. And he says to this gentleman that you are looking for a suitor for your child, for your daughter. This is the most perfect candidate that I have, and get him married. So this person who was on the brink of starvation, because of adopting taqwa and conscious of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, his provision was taken care of. He got a wife also. He got a free house also. He married in a wealthy family also. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala opened up the ways for him in every direction. So this is the benefit of taqwa, respected elders and brothers. So the duration for restraint and the duration to hold back is very, very short. Sometimes maybe an hour, sometimes few days, sometimes few months. But when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala rewards us on the patience and steadfastness of the duration of restraint, then respected elders and brothers, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala pours. Allah ta'ala doesn't give in drips and drabs. Then it will come down pouring. We see when rain comes, it pours down upon us. It doesn't come in drips and drabs. So that is why to have this quality of restraint and withhold for that short moment of time, the blessings and the reward that we will receive based on that, respected elders and brothers, is something which we cannot imagine. In fact, we will be received with so much rewards and blessings that it will be even difficult for us to digest and use it. In this world, we all want to invest minimum, but we want maximum benefit out of our investment. Give little and get maximum. The solution also is in taqwa. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, يُؤْتِكُمْ كِفْلَيْنِ مِنْ رَحْمَتِهِ. If you adopt taqwa, then for every one reward that you achieve, for every deed that you are getting one reward, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will multiply and double for your reward. So if you're earning your salah, for example, in Jama'ah 25 or 27 rewards, because of taqwa, يُؤْتِكُمْ كِفْلَيْنِ مِنْ رَحْمَتِهِ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is multiplying that reward. So instead of earning 25 or 27, now you're earning 50 or 54. So anything that we observe with taqwa, and we inculcating or instilling taqwa in our lives, so any small action that we are doing, our rewards are also being multiplied. So respected elders and brothers, we can see that this taqwa, our happiness, nikah, sustenance, whatever we are looking for, the solution is in taqwa. In our life, we will face many, many challenges. There will be controversies, there will be conflicts, there will be difference of opinions, and things will get worse also, and many things are going to come also. So how is it that in these difficult controversies we identify with the correct and we can navigate ourselves through this? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that person who adopts taqwa, يَجْعَلْ لَهُمْ نُورًا تَمْشُونَ بِهِ. That Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give him a divine light, a nur in his heart. And this nur will navigate him through the circumstances and difficulties. For example, if someone is traveling on a mountain and there's a cliff there, and there's inclement weather, bad weather, it's overcast, it's raining, it's windy, there's a possibility that he can fall off the edge of the mountain. If he falls off the cliff, he will die. But what he needs clear vision at that time so that he can travel and go and navigate through. So this nur, if you adopt taqwa, we will be blessed with this nur, and this nur will then allow us to navigate through these challenges and the controversies, and automatically Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give us that acumen and insight where we will be able to identify with what is correct and what is incorrect. In fact, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give us a criteria, وَيَجْعَلْ لَكُمْ فُرْقَانًا. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give us a criterion which we can then use to distinguish between what is correct and incorrect. Respected elders and brothers, we know that in this world we also all want peace, security. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that we adopt taqwa, وَنَجَّيْنَا الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا وَكَانُوا يَتَّقُونَ. If we adopt taqwa, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will take us out of our most difficult conditions. Sometimes we're in a jam, we're in a fix, and we need to come out from this jam and fix. What is our exit strategy? What is our remedy to come out from this exit, from this jam? Our exit strategy is taqwa. وَنَجَّيْنَا الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا وَكَانُوا يَتَّقُونَ وَإِن تَصْبِرُوا وَتَتَّقُوا لَا يَضُرُّكُمْ كَيْدُهُمْ شَيْئًا. The enemies of Islam will conspire against Islam. They'll plot against Islam. But if we adopt taqwa, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will create an exit strategy for us. Current example in our lifetime. In front of us there's a country, Afghanistan for example. We know what has happened there over the last 2 years. There's political embargoes, there's economic embargoes, the banking system has collapsed, investments won't go in. So on the category of our investment policies that we have, the World Bank, etc., it's red. Risk in everything, it's risk. And throughout the world there's inflation, things are going up. On the other hand, there, despite all the different scenarios they find themselves in, and there are challenges, and rightfully so there are challenges, but despite all the embargoes, the political, economic and financial embargoes and sanctions, there's deflation in the country. 2 years ago, the price of 1 liter petrol was around 88 Afghanis to 1 liter. Today, the price has come down to 66. Their currency to the US dollar, the day when the US left Afghanistan, was around 112 or 114 Afghanis. 2 weeks ago it was around 88, and now it's at around 74 to 76. It's happening in reverse. Despite all the negative policies and pointers that are there from our worldly perspective and our worldly indicators that we have. So what is this, respected elders? This is taqwa, the consciousness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that someone is sitting there on a seat and is trying to make sure that things must work. So we spoke about taqwa. So what is taqwa actually? So there are many definitions of taqwa, and the most easiest definition of taqwa is that which Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam explained to us in a hadith, where he says, "Da ma yuribuka ila ma la yuribuk." That if we want this happiness in our life, we want good spouses, we want blessings in our home, we want things to be smooth in our business lives, we have to adopt taqwa. So what is this taqwa? Taqwa means that when there is a difference of opinion, when there is doubt, abstain from it. There is no need to go and indulge and experiment. For example, if someone says that this bottle of water is here, perhaps this is contaminated with AIDS, will we experiment and go and drink it? We will not experiment and go and drink it, because our lives are dear to us. We don't want to go and die. So at the same time, taqwa is whenever there's confusion and you are doubting anything, just abstain. By abstaining, by restraining, we'll be earning the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If we don't have to consume that, or we don't have to eat that, or we don't have to look at that, or we don't have to entertain that thought, or we don't have to hear that, we will not die, inshallah. It's just a short moment of restraint. But what will we receive on that? We'll receive the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and at the same time we'll also receive, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is appreciative. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala abdaltuhu imanan yajidu halawatuhu fi qalbi. Instantly the reward will get is that you will receive the sweetness of iman that you will taste within your hearts. So that is the immediate benefit that one will receive of taqwa. And together with that we will get spiritual strength. And this is all what we need, the spiritual strength to take us on our journey to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So we don't have to be fear of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we have to love Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala loves us. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says we are believers. And we are winners all the time. But aflaha al-mu'minun, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has already declared the Muslims are winners. It's declared. This is a principle of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And we have to win all round. The only thing from our side is that we need to adopt the procedure. For example, in business, if some very prominent CEO comes and says, this contract or this tender is yours, you have won the tender already, just follow the procedure. We'll follow the procedure. So Allah says, the Muslims they've won already. Just follow the process. That's the rule of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So we just follow the procedure. We adopt taqwa. We restrain. This quality of restraint is very, very important. We just restrain from wherever there is doubt, and then we'll see how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala opens up the doors for us, how our lives will become blissful. If there's challenges in our homes, those challenges will be removed. If there's challenges in our business circles, those challenges will also be removed, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will grant us a good, happy life. The journey of this world will also be easy, and the journey of the year after also will be easy. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant us all the